Gemini, how you doing? So we are looking at the last 48 hours that you've been going through within your life to do with anything, love life, family life, dog life, park life. Some of you might need to cut down on your pork rind, mate, and start getting some exercise. I don't know, so you could be exercising like myself. So for a lot of you, you could be listening to Blur, okay? Or you could just be like exercising and thinking about doing a lot of hiking, a lot of walk, a lot of biking, also like Jim, Julia, Juice and Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack. So you could be doing like a treadmill or walking or exercising or anything that is to do with around health and fitness. So if you're dealing with a Virgo, Virgo very much had health and fitness and apps and walking and all that sort of stuff. So you really could be dealing with someone that has like a Virgo placement and you came up in their reading. Let's see. So I think that basically, let's see, Laura, Lucy, Lucifer, Capricorn, Gemini. You can watch this as a Capricorn because we look at the numerology part of it, which is a 6 for a lot of you. I'm also hearing Witches of Eastwick, so some of you might be doing Wiccan or Wicca, okay, Wicca baskets or Wiccan. I don't believe in witchcraft myself, but I'm hearing Wiccan, okay, or Witten, Mandy Witten or Whittlesea, somewhere like that. So I'm picking up like places to travel to. Whistleblower, something to do with blowing whistles or a whistleblower or something like that, or that's your name. Whistleblower is also someone that grasses someone up, that goes behind someone's back. Oh, okay, so that came up in another reading, okay, that I did yesterday. It may have been for Leo, where it was to do with their moment after moment before, okay, where I said about the Wheel of Fortune and someone basically going around someone's back in order to be able to find out information about them. So they basically talk behind people's back, or if they can't get the info that they want, they basically ask someone else. Okay, if I can't ask you and you're not speaking to me, I'll find out about you by going around your back and asking your partner. And it was a lot to do with around someone's mother, and some of it was a lover and some of it was a Gemini, okay? Not saying it's you guys, it just, for some of it, it was a Gemini, okay? So I'm picking up basically some of it, it's Stephen, names, someone that basically tries to find out info on someone, and if they can't get it, they get frustrated, okay? And then sometimes they may go behind people's back in order to find it out, so they could go around, so like I said, go from here over to here. It might be a rainbow, so it could have something around a Piscean, 10 of Cups, okay, and I go around your back and I find out information here, and then I come back and I feed it to you here, and then I come here and I feed it to you here, and I feed you information. And someone just loves information on other people, on other channels or other people or whatever, and I'm getting loads. It's like Minion, Devil's Minions or whatever, okay, or Trevor, Tracy, Trickle, Tanya, Tyler, okay, but it's kind of like, okay, I've got all my people out, okay, and they all want to come back and they all keep feeding me back all the info. Okay, so whatever it is, it's gathering loads of information on other people's work, on their life, or whatever it is, and someone's so concerned about other people's life that they're actually not concerned about their own. Okay, so they're kind of like more worried about other people telling them. It's a bit like telltale tip, okay, grassing people up or getting pieces of info and feeding it back to other. Well, they are saying channels, so I don't know if this is involving YouTube or whatever, I don't know. But they're saying that I'm getting loads of info here and I'm feeding it all back to you here to let you know certain things are going on and happening, and you've got like a clan of such. Okay, so I don't know what that is, or the name Hutch or Hutchins. Okay, so that's your channel stuff. If that's relating to you in any way. It could be a relative or someone of yours. Okay, so the last 48 hours, what has been pretty much going on with you guys or around your life? What has been going on with Gemini? So the 10 of Wands, frustrated and a little bit like I'm just hanging on by a thread. Okay, I'm hanging on by dear life. Okay, dear, oh dear, what can the matter be, Elijah? Or dear diary, dear John, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine? Or dear diary, what can the matter be? Could be a Virgo energy possible. Okay, that's one I'm holding on to. So it's kind of like I'm not letting this one go. This is my person, okay? It feels like that someone here holds on to someone for dear life and I'm not ever letting you go. It's kind of like they smother, so like it could be a mother. They smother this person to death. No matter what they do, I'm never going to ever let you go. I'm never going to let you, never going to give you up, never going to let you down, never going to turn around and pick up the rest of the sticks. But it's kind of like, unless you're going out in the sticks, somewhere like out in the middle of the woods, okay, and you're going to do like a campfire, okay, and you're going to like, look, let's just pick all these sticks and let's just build a fire, or like camping or glamping or something like that you're going to, okay, like woodland trees and stuff like that. Came up in the last reading that I did, who I've just done actually, which was Cancer or Life Path 7s. Okay, it's a lot to do around woods and trees, like walking around the forest, or Cockfrost, or walking around the forest. Okay, Forrest Gump. So Tom or Hanks, very much doubt you're called Hanks, or Elizabeth or Shoe, but I very much doubt you're called Shoe. Unless you're just saying someone's shoe. But yeah, So holding on for dear life, I'm never going to let you go. Okay. Some of you, your workload is kind of like, man, I've got so much work to do, I can't be asked to do it. I'm just going to have to let some of it go. Okay. Just going to have to let some of it go. Because I'm getting frustrated. I mean, to be quite honest with you, it looks a hell of a lot like me sitting there thinking, fucking hell, bro, there's a lot of work to be done. Right. Let's see, Gemini. What's Gemini been doing? What they've been coming up with? Well, you are definitely dealing with like a Virgo more than likely here. For some of you, you're just fed up with being single. You're just floating around thinking, yep, I'm a single Pringle all day long, and I'm just concentrating on me, still trying to get over my past, still trying to move away. I'm holding on by dear life. Okay. I definitely get hearing, oh dear, what can the matter be? Like, what's the matter now? Oh, nothing. It's like, what's the matter? Something's up. What's the matter? Unless you're watching Black Matter or something like that. What's that, Johnny Depp? Oh, Johnny Depp is a Capricorn. Sorry, Gemini. You're right, Johnny. Black Matter. I keep hearing Black Matter. It was in a film called Black Matter, wasn't there? I think. I don't know. Keep hearing Matter. What would the matter be? Unless your name's Matthew or Matty. Some of you might be looking for a new mattress. Trisha. I was saying Trish. Tristan. Justin. Let's see. Gemini. What's Gemini been up to? Eight of Swords. At home, frustrated, bored, restraining order, feeling the pinch, some of you, because of all of the money that's... It's kind of like paying bills and all stuff like that, and everything's gone up, and like inflation of tax, and inflation of this, and inflation of that. Some of you have got inflammation of the joints, or something that's being inflamed. Okay, I don't know what that is. I've got inflammation. Okay. Or phlegm. Like phlegm of the lungs. That might have been me coughing that up the other day. Hearing a coughing dodger. Could have anything to do with an old person. Roger, Dodger. Or coughing dodger, something to do around a coffin, which would be a Scorpio or Aries or Life Path 4. Some of you could have not been very well, okay, like Steve, that smoked one of his coils past the sell-by date instead of changing it, which is what he should have done. No, I didn't burn it dry. Had fuel in it, had liquid in it. It's just that I didn't change it when I should have done, and it started to burn my lung, and I smoked it all day long because it still had flavour. But I'm smoking it past when you should actually just change the coil, and I've got loads of coils. I just didn't, and I wasn't in, so I was smoking it, and then ended up with like a fucking huge bad lung fucking problem yesterday. So it was Tom York, my iron lung. So some of you could have just been like, oh my god, I feel fucking so terrible, my health isn't really what it is in the last 48 hours, and you're kind of like, oh man, I've really got to start thinking about my health. I'm just kind of like sat here at a desk doing tarot card readings all day. I'm soon going to have some time off and actually think about myself for a while. So that might have been what you've been contemplating in the last couple of 3 days, okay? What's her the name? Colin Day. Let's see, what's Gemini been up to? Last 48. So you got Pisces in here, feeding my ego. Some of you have been feeding yourself, Pisces. That's me. That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight. Callum or Scott. Okay, anybody calls Callum or Scott. Or S, Steve, Sarah, Sassy, Sandra, Cassandra. You're right, Cassandra. How you doing, sweetheart? You alright? Yeah. Some of you, like myself, probably need to cut down on your pork rind, Steve. That's what I'm picking up here. Yeah, feeding myself. Breastfeeding for a lot of you. I don't know. Just stuck at home. At home, work from home, at home, frustrated at home, working 9 till 5 like Dolly Parton. Okay. Let's see. Let's get a 5 coming up. What's been going on with Gemini? Virgo, there you go, you've got another 9 coming up. So I don't know, there's a lot of depression energy here, like boredom, depression, lying there basically not feeling as if you've got so much energy. It could be depression and bipolar for a lot of you. You spend a hell of a lot of energy. Okay, so like 10 is basically saying that your workload has been quite heavy and you've been doing quite a lot. Okay, all of a sudden you realise that you might need to start concentrating more on your health and fitness, but it's very difficult in order to be able to do it with a bad back. Okay, so some of you could have an injury or something like that through this injury. This person's, it's like bending over. Okay, so it's kind of like you know, like I've got a bad back, I've got an injury or something, blah blah blah. Okay, and it spirals. So for a lot of you, like I said, I mean, it's here, it's up to you, but spiraling is very much of like, say you've got a condition of like an eating disorder, but you've also got like a health condition of like backache, okay, and you've built houses all your life and whatnot, and you've got backache and you find it very difficult to walk and stuff because of a bad back. Then all of a sudden you realise that you can't exercise so much because of the pain that you're in. That means that you gain weight. Then you can start getting depressed around eating and stuff like that and not being able to get out so much. So you spend the majority of the time working from home, feeling bored, frustrated, and then your life starts to spiral, okay, which can be like possible signs of bipolar, depression, eating disorders here. 9 can be healthy eating, but then the Virgo energy can be not a healthy eating. So it's kind of like this contrast of maybe doing something to excess, too much of it, okay, too much of it. Now, like I said, if that's the opposite way, that's too much of it, okay? Could be someone in the family or yourselves, okay? Because it could be a fitness fanatic, okay? Or it could be someone that's really struggling around that because of pain, okay? Someone's hearing the name Tom or Pain, Sophie, also. Yeah, so the last 48 hours, I feel this depression that's been looming over someone and trying to nurse someone back to health. Here, this is kind of like feeding someone, so it's a bit like I need to nurse you back to health because you've been laid out. Stretch, get your back, Steve. So this can be like looking after someone, okay, and I've been nursing you back to health, worrying about your health, hope that you feel okay. Thanks for everybody that said hope you get better soon, Steve. I think it's possibly clearing up now. Someone's hearing the name Claire. Yeah, nursing someone back to health. You could work in the health NHS, the health department, as a nurse or something like that, and helping someone with medicine and like stuff like this, what to eat, what not to eat, medicines, apps, NHS, mental health kind of stuff. That kind of thing is here as a job for someone. More saying the name Rob or Robin or Robert or Robertson as a surname. Okay, so let's see what's going on with the next 48 with Gemini. What's going to be happening with the next 48 with Gemini? Piscean, your mum, okay, fighting here. Fighting for a lot of you. Man, this light is really getting on my nerves. Okay, sorry, but it is absolutely impossible to try and get these without a light on it. So the 5 of Pentacles, so 5 of Wands. So for a lot of you, the Empress and the 5 of Wands. For a lot of you, you've been fighting with a mother. Okay, fighting with a mother. This was that holding on for dear life kind of energy here. Not dropping it. Also, there's an energy of not wanting someone to know. So for some of you, general message, I know you keep looking for other things, but they are quite simple. That is tarot card readings. For a lot of you here, if you are a Piscean or a life path 3, you really could be arguing with a mother, or anybody that has a Taurus Sagittarius placement or a life path 5. There might be a disagreement that comes up. Now it is either a major one or a minor one. Major is going to be someone that you've been arguing with for a very fucking long time, and that's always a major dilemma. Okay, I'm also hearing Di, Dana, D, anybody beginning with D, okay, but is always a major dilemma. That's a major fucking happening. A minor one is that we're just having a minor discussion because there's an energy of like depression that's kind of building up here, like monotonous energy of doing the same thing every day, getting a little bit frustrated and a little bit bored, okay, trying to work on a partnership if you're in one, and the possibilities of an argument arising could just be where it's just a very minor dispute, okay, for a lot of you. Because don't forget, minors are either a minor arcana card, but they can also be a very major kind of happening, okay, because they're argumentative. So yeah, there you go. So for a lot of you, not speaking to someone, it could be a Libra, maybe, or they got a placement of 2. Don't forget, I read in numerology, meaning you can add your 2 life paths up together, and that will show you your karmic value number of what that third number would be when you add them up. Okay, so you add them up and you look for the third number. Your 2 life paths that clash make a number. That is your karmic number with that person. You can pick anybody you like. Okay. And then you can watch that major arcana reading. If that be a 2 and a Libra, you would pop up in that reading. Okay, so like life path 7, life path 4. Okay, you would come up as a 2. Okay, for instance. So you can watch Libra and then see if the same kind of like, oh my god, I just realised that I have so much fucking arguments with that person in the Libra reading. Why is that? Because of that. Right, because of that number, because it means you would spend the majority of your time not speaking to them. You would be avoiding them and not saying anything, keeping them out of your life, okay, which means that anything that goes on inside of my life is not your business. It is my business and my business alone. If I want to speak about it, I will. If I don't, I won't. You can't force me to speak. But this energy of what I channeled right at the beginning, just a little bit, was about an energy of someone going behind someone's back, this is behind the scenes, and talking to people behind people's back, which means it doesn't come directly from the horse's mouth. It means that it's told to by another person. Is that real or is it not real? Was it really said that, or did they really not say that? Did you hear the person saying it, or did you get it by second-hand information? Okay, which means that so-and-so and so-and-so, Joe Blogs, came over and told me that so-and-so and so-and-so had said this, or your mother came over to my workplace, started talking about you and asked me these questions. Okay, something like that could be an obsessed mother that always tries to find out info of what goes on with their son or their daughter and what they're doing in their love relationship and gets involved right in it to control things. That's why this energy is not speaking to this person, okay? Because of the amount of information that this person loves on other people. It's a little bit like if I open up to you and I speak to you and I give you the information that you keep asking, I know at any point you use that against me because you do not highlight my success. Okay, you're basically here just to constantly make me feel as if I'm a disappointment. That's a very controlling mother, okay, or anybody. You make me feel as if I'm a disappointment to you, that whatever I do is not good enough. Whatever I say is not good enough, okay? Wherever I go with or without you, it's not good enough. Us talking, it's not good enough, even if we're not or we are. It still doesn't work out being anything other than us not talking to one another. Because I'm not interested in your life, so please don't be interested in mine. Because the interest is gone. There is no interest. Okay? So I don't know if that's also about money. Okay, no interest. No income tax, no VAT. You're right, Dave. How you getting on, son? You're right, Rodders. Could be something around income tax. Tax. Don't forget, guys, if you paid your tax yet. Yeah. I got to pay mine this week. Don't worry about it. I got another one come through. One that I do have to pay. They've told me, just hang fire on paying it, hangman. Just hang fire paying this last bill for your tax because of the extortionate amount that fucking America has charged you over the past year, which is £350 a month, that you look as if you could be in for a hefty rebate. So you may not have to pay the 500 quid that you got to pay on top of what you paid last year on tax, which was 1,500. So, yeah. Let's see. Anyway, so you might be looking at tax here. Hoping for a tax rebate. Let's see. That's the end of July. Don't forget your tax. Steve. Let's see. One more card, please, for the next 48 for Gemini. Hangman, there you go. So here the same cards coming back again, the representation of the same thing. So you've got 3, 3, and 3. So for a lot of you, third parties don't always mean love interest, right? You know, if you're in a third party, if you're dripping like a fuck fridge over someone you're not speaking to, that puts you in the third party. Okay, speak to them. If you don't, you just sit there not speaking. Okay, that means you're not in a third party because you're not even speaking to the person. So how the fuck are they supposed to know whether you love them or want them or don't want them? Okay, so the majority of this isn't really about a third party. It is with a mother that gets right in between other people's businesses of their relationship and money, and not highlighting that this is a not. I'm afraid not. Okay, I'm afraid not. It's either afraid so or afraid not. But either way, he's just waiting for these two blackbirds to say, look, bruv, just start pecking at that fucking afraid not so I can get off here. Okay, so it's kind of like just waiting for this. I'm sorry, but the answer is no. I'm afraid not. I don't want to speak to you. Okay, so it's a bit like that. It don't even have to be saying afraid not. It's still, I'm not speaking to you. I'm not talking to you. I'm not letting you into my life. I'm not telling you the ins and outs of a donkey's asshole. Okay, so no. There you go. So that's next 48. So basically, if this isn't your love life, this is a parenting situation that you or your partner could really be going through with a sibling, and your karma has changed from your love life to your family life. Okay, park life. It's either health or fitness, family or love. It's one or the other. Okay, can't really be money in my aspect of tarot readings, because if it is money, then go and earn it. Okay, a lot of people, they want to know, am I going to be rich? And you haven't looked for a job. And I was saying this in the Cancer reading. In order to create an action, you have to create an action, right? So if you guys ever want a personal reading and you're saying, Steve, you know, what's going to happen about me getting a job? No. Go and get a job first, okay? Basically go for an interview if you're wanting to know about money. Get an interview, and then, if you want, get a personal reading to say, am I going to get it? You've got to, like I said, you've got to create an action, okay? Set destiny in the future, knowing that you're going to be doing it because you've had one. And then, what's the answer going to come up within that week? Not like, I haven't got a job, I haven't got a love interest, I haven't got anybody, what's going on with my life? That would be quite simple. Fuck all is going on with your life. Because I'm not interested in a partner, I'm not looking for a partner, or I am, but I'm not speaking to them. Your answer is going to be, I'm not speaking to them. Okay? You have to create destiny of action for readings to change or to give you an answer to it. Like I said, a job isn't going to come, a person isn't just going to knock on your door like Prince Charming and say, right, I'm here to sweep you off your feet if you're not out dating. Okay, if you've just met someone and you kind of want a tarot reading to find out how it's going to be going, that's the action. If you've got a job interview and you want to know if you're going to get it, go for the job interview first and then see what your private reading comes up as. You know what I'm saying? So that's tarot altogether. Okay, so anyway, not that any of that is relevant, but this is pretty much what's here. There's a situation of boredom, depression, being frustrated, being fed up, not really doing too much, holding on for dear life with this person that keeps trying to hold on to someone and not letting them just basically be who they want to be, which is silent. This person just wants leaving alone. They don't really want bothering. They don't want talking to. And if you keep trying to talk to them, you're going to make it worse, not better. So you're better off just leaving them be. Okay? So that is what I've got for you. If you would like your weekly reading that is going to be coming up, then, and we'll see how things change, okay, whether people are taking advice or not. But the trouble is with other people that watch tarot card readings, yeah, I can't really send this to them and say, look, you really need to listen to this because he said don't do it. Okay, so they more than likely will. It's just this work on you guys and how to respond or not, okay, if this comes up as an argument. Okay, so if you would like your weekly reading, you'll need the full access bundle, which is the weeklies and monthlies all bundled into one. Okay, and that is where this reading will be, and it will be the Major Arcana full reading, giving you everything kind of answer with the hidden truth in the shadows, all that kind of stuff, and then also clarification. Yeah, and you can find that on the full access bundle, weeklies and monthlies. If you would like the teaching tier, I offer a load of stuff over on the teaching tier. It's like 32 videos, okay, over there at the moment, and there is going to be more done throughout the month. There's probably about 4 or 5 each month. But at the moment, I think there's about 32 over there that you can get your teeth into if you are looking to advance into any kind of esoteric knowledge from a person that is a psychic medium that is 16 years of, not of age, experience of 16, 17 years. Okay, so there's just loads of stuff over there. But if it's interest, you can watch the video below. Okay? Alright guys, thanks very much. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you soon.